So yeah guys, G-Monster here, and welcome to episode 3 of Stupidly Scary Saturdays! I definitely messed up that intro there. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. I will do better next time. So, we got 23 videos tonight for us to react to. And, let me just get everything ready and... yeah. Let me get everything ready. Give me a second. Alright. How's your day going? Hope it's going great. Hope it's going absolutely splendid. Alright. Alright. Oh, God dang it. OBS. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, that's right. I suck at streaming. I suck at this crap. Oh, I gotta... oh, weird. Should be showing up. One second. It looks like one of the settings doesn't want to cooperate. Too bad! You're gonna cooperate. Are you kidding me? Dude! Alright, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. Alright. Anyways. The first video I have for tonight. 3 true Five Nights at Freddy's horror stories animated. Should we do it with the lights off? Well, we have that light here, so we'll be fine. Alright. And this is by IMR Scary Tales, so let's check this out. Oh crap. Wait, no. Wait, what? That... What? Okay, that's not what I meant to do, but... alright. Forget it, I'll take care of that next stream. But yeah, that was the frame that I was gonna... anyways. Let's go!
It was around 11 at night. I was driving to my very first shift at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I had recently been hired there as a mechanical engineer, having previously worked at a car manufacturing company. I would never have left, but the entire business had gone bankrupt. Some kind of corruption amongst the higher-ups, it seemed. My new role consisted of maintaining the animatronics during the night, so that they would be fully functional for the daytime masses. I was still a little worried that I didn't know how animatronics worked properly. The man from the job center who got me the position had told me that my knowledge of cars would be more than enough to handle the task of keeping them maintained. I hoped he was right.
I said your name right.
As I pulled into the car park, my phone began vibrating in my pocket. I parked up and accepted the call, seeing it was from my new boss.
Hey there, son. I take it you've arrived by now, and I thought it was time I gave you a quick note about your job tonight. You see, the animatronics were built a very long time ago by the company's co-founder, and the spring locks inside their chests are incredibly dangerous and fragile. For your sake, please only work on the circuitry within their headpieces. That's all for now. Good luck.
I didn't even get a chance to respond. He'd hung up immediately after he explained what to look out for. It seemed odd he'd tell me something so important so late. I thought about it for a moment, but soon realized I had better get started soon. I only had until 6 a.m. to get everything sorted for tomorrow. After getting out of my car, I went around to the boot and reached inside to grab my toolbox. Once it was in my hands, I locked the car and made my way to the front door. Once inside, I began making my way through the entrance corridor.
This looks
Only
creepy
a couple of
already.
seconds had passed before I heard the pad of footsteps coming from my side. All of a sudden, from around the corner came what looked to be a security guard. His hair was greasy and his eyes were bloodshot. He
What?
spoke
Why?
gruffly.
Hiya, you're John, right?
No.
The new mechanic?
No.
He said. I found the voice familiar. Yeah.
Well, you sure have your work cut out for you. They're all in the back, down the hall and to the left.
He then moved past me, slapping me on the back as he walked off. Nervously, I began to head towards
What a
the location
ding-a-ling.
given to me by the guard.
What
As I
a
trekked through the
ding-a-ling.
carpeted halls, an air of nostalgia came over me. I used to be a fan of this place as a kid. Every Sunday, straight after sports practice, my father would take me here for lunch. He used to tell me that my mom would have loved to have been there too. She died
Aw.
giving birth to me. The thought of it made my stomach churn. In almost no time, I had made it to a door labeled restricted. I stared at it for a while, the red words seeming to be oozing off of the door, as if newly painted. I soon snapped out of it, and finally pushed it open, making my way inside.
No,
The instant
but
my
don't go
body
in there.
crossed over the doorway, I paused. My
No.
eyes suddenly filled with awe as I stood there
What?
trying to take in the countless animatronics all over the place. They
Oh!
weren't made for, but they had the same feeling either way. The colossal pieces
Whoa!
of
Okay,
mechanical
never
genius
mind.
stared back at me,
Those
their
are-
eyes lifeless. Trying to regain focus, I decided it was time to get to work. I remembered that the one closest to me resembled some kind of a pink hippo holding a guitar.
I want
Feeling
a
a little
hippopotamus
intimidated,
for
I slowly crept over to it.
Oh,
Carefully, I
hippopotamus.
set the toolbox down.
He's climbing on the
and peered
hippopotamus!
inside the mouth, searching for the circuit board.
It's a bad
I
idea,
was
George!
surprised by how razor sharp the
Whatever your name
inside
is.
of it was. Immediately, I imagined what would happen if someone were to get their hand stuck in it. It was a nasty, bloody image. As I looked around the mouth, I was
Logical.
finally able to spot the circuit board wedged all the way back at the entrance of the throat. To my surprise, I knew exactly
No.
what tool was needed to check it.
No.
I bent down to grab it. That was the moment I heard the door behind me starting to creak open. I waited for a second, my eyes locked on the toolbox. I made sure to keep my body angled so that I could see the door. My mind whirred. In total shock, I watched as the security guard poked his head in, being careful not to move the door too much so he could remain hidden. His face had almost completely changed. His smile had gone and was replaced by this horrific grin that practically screamed the words, "I'm going to kill you." My skin crawled as I saw him move closer inside, still thinking I hadn't seen him. I could easily tell
better
that
hide.
he wanted to hurt me. To try and protect myself, I reached my hand into the toolbox, as if working as usual. Only this time, I was grabbing the screwdriver. Just as my fingers gripped it, the hippo animatronic in front of me whirred to life. The room was filled with bright, flashy colors alongside a song being sung by the hippo himself. At the same time,
Oh,
the
no!
guard suddenly launched himself in my direction, revealing a large hunting knife
Oh
from behind
my
his back.
gosh!
Without any hesitation, I responded by swiveling around, only to be hit in the face by one of the guard's knees, throwing me back onto the floor. The second I hit the ground, he threw his body on top of me with his knife at the ready. The screwdriver had already fallen out of my hands, but as he landed on my legs, I was able to throw him up into the air with one powerful kick, fueled by adrenaline. Somehow, the force of the kick was so strong that he lifted straight up into the air, right as the hippo dislocated its mouth, with its mouth heading him shortly after. The corpse landed flat with a thud next to me. My eyes were wild with fear. Not knowing what else to do, I chose to run away, hearing the sound of metal scraping against bone and flesh on my way out. As soon as I left the building, I called the police. In under an hour, the police arrived, and an investigation was carried out all over the establishment. I heard back from them the very next day. The body was gone. There wasn't even any splatters of blood. The only thing out of place was the hippo animatronic. It had fallen over on its front. I also discovered that on the shift timetable, there was never even a guard shift that night because I was there to keep watch. My mind still struggles to understand who the freak was, how he got the guard uniform, and why he wanted to kill me. And most of all, why did the boss's voice sound so similar to his? I quit the day after, and I haven't gone back since.
Good! Good riddance! Story 2.
The moment I stepped back into my hometown, the air felt different, heavier, as if saturated with unspoken accusations and fear. My name is John, once just a common name, which had now become a synonym for something dark and sinister.
Wait, what?
Growing up, I was the nicest guy one could meet, and then one day, I had joined the League of People like Ted Bundy and Ed Kemper. Netflix even did a popular true crime series about me some time back. I hadn't seen it, but I was told it became really popular. People on the streets in my hometown glanced my way with a mix of curiosity and fear. Mothers pulled their children close, and whispers followed me like a shadow. The weight of my past was a tangible force pressing down on me. I found myself drawn to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. The place was a decaying husk of its former self. The vibrant colors had faded, and the laughter that once filled the air was now just an echo in my mind. Shattered windows covered in dust and grime stared back at me like hollow eyes. The walls were canvases for strange graffiti, symbols that seemed to hold some dark meaning I couldn't decipher. Pushing open the door, a chorus of creaks and groans greeted me, as if the building itself was lamenting its fate. The inside was a time capsule, a snapshot of the day my life changed forever. The sight of the main stage brought a rush of memories, each one a sharp jab to my heart. It was there, in the spotlight of joy and innocence, that a child's life had been tragically cut short, and I was there. I sat on the edge of the stage, the silence around me oppressive. The dust in the air danced in the slivers of light piercing through the broken windows. In that solitude, a tear escaped, a silent testament to the injustice, to the years stolen from me, and the innocent life lost. Exploring the pizzeria was like navigating through a haunted maze. Each corner held shadows of laughter and screams, each room a story untold. The animatronics, once the stars of the show, now stood as grotesque sentinels, their peeling paint and lifeless eyes a mockery of their former glory. The silence was unnerving, filled with the whispers of a past that refused to die. In the depths of the security office, amidst a clutter of forgotten items, I found them. Old newspaper clippings, police reports, a dossier of the nightmare that enveloped my life. As I sifted through them, a horrifying picture began to emerge. The pieces of the puzzle were fitting together, revealing a truth more chilling than I had ever imagined. There were inconsistencies.
That's a dead child!
Witnesses speaking of shadows and eerie voices.
Oh no!
It wasn't just a murder. It was something beyond the realm of the living. But of course, no one believed. As darkness enveloped the pizzeria, its haunted nature became more pronounced. Lights flickered as if struggling to maintain their grip on reality. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of voices that seemed to emanate from the walls, the ceiling, and the very air I breathed. And then I saw it. The animatronics seemed to twitch and move in the periphery of my vision.
Is that blood
It was
under them?
impossible. The place had been closed for decades. I had wondered if whatever sinister was at play that night would still be around. It seems like it never left. Then came the voice, a sinister whisper that cut through the chaos as it said, "John the Ripper." The
heck no!
of the false identity forced upon me echoed through the halls.
No!
Seeing visions play out before my eyes.
He moved!
The screams from
Ready,
the
move!
day, the stampede in the crowd, short circuits and fires, and then the body of the child lying at my feet on the main stage. And that is when I saw an animatronic of Freddy Fazbear come to life before my eyes. "Welcome back, John," it said. "Here for round 2. I stood in the heart of the pizzeria, a man wronged by both the living and the dead. I steeled myself for the confrontation that lay ahead. Freddy leapt after me, its old rusty parts groaning, his red eyes flickering.
No!
He scared me a decade ago as well when I worked there, but now it was straight out of a nightmare. It had caught me off guard back then, framed me for the murder of the child, but it didn't know that this time I came
He was
prepared.
framed.
I pulled out a powder from my pocket and hurled it ahead like a snowball. Freddy stopped in its tracks, paralyzed. In prison, amidst the despair and desolation, I'd found an unlikely mentor, a Mexican bunkmate who had whispered to me ancient rituals and chants, tools to communicate and, if need be, combat the dead. The pizzeria, now a battleground, echoed with the sinister laughter of the spirit. He was enjoying the challenge. All the other animatronics stirred to life as well, their movements jerky and unnatural. As they advanced towards me, their metal limbs creaking and whirring, I remembered the words of my bunkmate, the incantations he had taught me. My voice, steady despite the terror, filled the air.
You
with
better
ancient
run,
chants,
Johnny!
A language forgotten by
You
time,
better
but
run!
remembered by the dead. The chase was a nightmare.
They're gonna turn you
brought
into
to life.
pizza meat!
I weaved through the maze
Yeah,
of
run!
games, the animatronics, and restless
Run!
pursuit. Their once
Get another
joyful
job!
expressions were now
A better
twisted
job!
into ghastly sneers. I lured the animatronics to the main stage.
Get away
the
from
heart
these
of the
ugly
pizzeria,
animals!
And the epicenter of my sorrow. My time in prison had not just been spent on learning chants. I had also picked up a thing or two about electricity. In the days leading to this night, I had rigged the pizzeria's electrical system, turning the stage into a trap. The showdown was tense, a dance with death itself. The animatronics, their movements erratic and violent, closed in on me, but I stood my ground, chanting louder, my voice echoing through the hollow shell of the pizzeria. With a final incantation and a surge of electricity, the trap was sprung. Brilliant arcs of electricity danced around the stage, catching the animatronics in a web of high voltage. Their movements became spasmodic, then ceased altogether as the power overwhelmed them. In that electric light, the spirit finally materialized, its form a swirling vortex of shadows. It screamed in rage.
Is
and
that the
pain,
Wall Rider?
the sound, a chilling symphony
Nope.
of the tormented souls it had ensnared. But the chants and the electrical trap were too much. With a final ear-splitting wail, the spirit dissipated, its presence evaporating like mist in the morning sun. The animatronics collapsed, their lifeless forms now just hollow shells of metal and wires. The dark atmosphere lifted, replaced by a profound silence. I felt the weight of a decade's burden lift from my shoulders, a freedom that was both physical and spiritual. As I turned to leave, a faint apparition appeared before me. It was the child, the victim of the spirit's evil game. He looked at me, a smile gracing his ethereal face,
That is
a
the ugly-
silent acknowledgement of
That's
the
an ugly
truth
child.
finally revealed. And then, like a whisper on the wind, he vanished. Stepping out of Freddy Fazbear's pizzeria, the night air felt different, lighter. The stars above shone a little brighter, a silent testament to the justice reclaimed. I walked away from the pizzeria, my steps
Good crap,
unburdened,
Johnny, good
a man
crap.
freed from the chains of an unjust past and a haunting present. The night embraced me, not as the Ripper, but as John, a man finally at peace.
That's awesome. Oh, story
Hey
three.
guys, my name is Tom. Like most of you, I grew up playing horror games. I was always more of a horror game fan. But whether it was
Wait, let me go back.
more of a horror
Why does Todd look like a human version of the Pogger's frog? He reminds me of the Pogger's frog, the big fat lips, the eyes, the big eyes. Yeah. Oh gosh, and he's wearing green too. Dude, you are the human Pogger's frog, seriously.
But whether it was how scared I was in the beginning, how hard I struggled with getting through night 7, or how much I talked about it with my friends, I have to admit that Five Nights at Freddy's always had a special place in my heart. So you can imagine how excited I was when I found out they built a Five Nights at Freddy's inspired restaurant near my house.
Jack's Pizza.
The first thing I did when they opened was drop off my resume. I really wanted to work there, as that game was a big part of my childhood. I didn't leave my resume alone, as my friend Ralph was just as obsessed with the game as I was. After dropping off our resumes, we had a group interview where we both did very well. Shortly thereafter, I was told that we were both accepted for the job.
You
so
both
you can
look
imagine
like-
how ecstatic we were. Little did I
You
know
both look
that
like
this
poo-poo.
beautiful experience would turn into a nightmare.
Or the Poggers frog,
A
sorry.
nightmare from which I could never wake up. It all started on our first week of work. As I told you, I was very happy. But Ralph was something else. He was having the time of his life, enjoying working at the restaurant like it was the
Ralph
best
is
thing that ever happened.
crazy!
All day long, he would talk about Five Nights at Freddy's and how similar the restaurant was. At this point,
I don't think Ralph is all there at all. Not at all.
he even seemed obsessed. At work, everyone made fun of him. Everyone asked him questions about the game just to tease him, and no one took him seriously. Ralph was my friend, and I was the only one who knew what he went through when he was younger, so it didn't seem right
What did
to
he
make
go
fun
through?
of him. But no one cared. Little by little, we got used to the restaurant. Ralph, though, didn't calm down. Listening to him talk about his little obsession became a regular occurrence. Everything was normal. Until that
Okay,
day.
I probably should not have done that. Ralph,
That day, everyone was working.
I probably should not have mocked him because now Ralph is gonna probably come out of my closet. Oh! Oh. Sorry, that wasn't Ralph. That was, I don't know.
in the restaurant, as it was a special day. The whole restaurant had been rented out for a big party for some rich kid's birthday. The day was quite difficult as we were asked for things nonstop, and we even had to dress up as the animatronics from the video game. We were all stressed out except for Ralph. He was the only one who liked to get into character, and he played until the customers left. I couldn't help but notice that there was something off about him. His eyes seemed unfocused, and his gaze was lost. In their innocence, the children were having fun, but none of them paid attention to the fact that next to them, there was a terrifying face staring back at them. When it was time for the children to leave, we all began to settle in to open the restaurant to the public. But something happened. A mother started running around the restaurant in desperation, saying that her son was missing. The boy was no more than 5 years old.
5 years old? You can always make another one.
According to his mother, he was quite shy and would never run away on his own. We searched the entire restaurant. While some went to look for him outside, I was sent to look for him in the basement. I walked slowly through the place, listening carefully to see if the boy was crying. Once I was downstairs, the nightmare began. Someone downstairs, in the dark,
Ralph?
came up the stairs to close the door. The
Ralph!
darkness took over the entire room, and
Ralph!
only the sound of this person's footsteps could be heard.
Ralph, I know you're in
One
there!
step after another.
You're in the dark!
After another, after another. I didn't know who he was or what he wanted, but his very presence had frightened me so much
Dude,
that I
your
was paralyzed.
sweaty face is
Once he
scary.
came back down, some dim lights came on and revealed the identity of the person. It was Ralph, but something had changed about him. His face was red and bruised. His smile was obsessive. and his
Oh
eyes were
my
lost in madness.
gosh!
Ralph was totally out of his mind. Ralph,
What?
you have the child, don't you?
Of course I do. I left him in Chica for when it's time to use him. It
You-
spoke to you too, didn't it? This may not be the real Fazbear's Pizza, but this restaurant has been talking to me ever since I came here. Don't you see, Tom? It all adds up.
Ralph, tell me the truth. Have you stopped taking your pills?
It doesn't matter. What matters is that the restaurant has told me everything. Don't you see? The bite of 87. This restaurant wants me to recreate it.
Listen, Ralph.
Huh?
Don't do anything to that kid. You know you're sick. You have to take your pills or the hallucinations start, remember? Suddenly, Ralph reached out and the lights went out again. Slowly, I began to hear his footsteps again in the darkness. These footsteps were not going in any specific direction, but were surrounding me. The room was completely silent, but I could feel him breathing heavily, and this terrified me even more.
Tom, I think I'm a little bit upset. I don't want to hurt you, but I think I'm about to do it. Suddenly, many of the animatronics in the place lit up, as if someone had done it by remote control. Upbeat
You better
music
run, Todd!
took over the whole room.
You better
I knew
run!
Ralph was about to hurt me, but at that moment, all I could think about was the boy. I rushed to Chica's suit, and after opening her mouth, I pulled the boy out. He had his eyes closed and a big bump on his head, but he was alive. Meanwhile,
Okay,
Ralph
that's good.
still didn't make his move. He just kept walking, stalking me, ready to attack me when he saw it necessary. I picked up the boy and started running as fast as I could. I ran up the stairs in the dark, but I felt something pull me by the foot.
Oh no!
It was Ralph,
Oh!
crying loudly. He grabbed my foot and tried to bite it. But I kicked him with my other foot and he fell down the stairs.
Good!
Once on the floor, I could see him in the center of the basement. He was no longer trying to catch me, but was violently punching himself, all the while laughing like a psycho. Hey, Tom! You think if I hit myself enough, I can become like the purple guy?
Okay. That's,
And at the
I
image
don't
of
know
my
if that's
friend
funny.
hitting himself over and over again without stopping, I left the place and left him locked up. The
Good.
boy's family was very grateful, but needless to say, that was Ralph's last day at the place.
Good.
When the police arrived at Ralph's house, his family was also dead on the floor. They'd been dead for days. Ralph killed them with his own fists. Apparently, my friend wasn't taking the pill that stabilized his schizophrenia, and he began to think the restaurant was possessed. Ralph needed professional help, and today he's more stable, on my own.
No, he's not.
I could never again play Five Nights at Freddy's or go to the restaurant. I know it's a completely ordinary place,
No,
but
it's
every
not.
time I go in, I still remember Ralph telling me that the restaurant was talking to him. I know it's illogical and makes no sense, but why bother? I'd rather not even go there.
Oh, come on, the frame? Are you serious? Ugh, I am really gonna have to figure that out. Alright, well... 1 second. Well, we are not done yet. That was only the first video. Gosh, that was scary. Alright. Anyways. So the next video we have is... what is it called? 20 scary videos you should not watch alone. But you know me, I'm gonna watch them alone. Anyways. Get ready for this. Oh boy. And this video is made by Sir Spooks. So, get ready.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 20 scary videos you shouldn't watch alone. I've recently noticed a lot of comments from people saying they wanted longer videos, and even though it always takes a lot of time finding scary videos that you guys haven't seen before, I made the decision to go a lot further than usual this time around. And some of these videos are among the best I've ever featured on this channel, so be sure to stay tuned throughout. With that said, let's begin. This video was uploaded to YouTube 11 years ago. It was taken on September 1st of 2008 somewhere in France. In this video a few friends had been drinking, and the description of the video provides a translation of what the people in the video were saying. To summarize, they discuss whether they saw something behind a tree, and some of them call it a cat, but to me, this creepy encounter looks much more like an alien than a cat. Take a look.
What? What are you talking about?
Vous avez vu un truc encore bouger? Bon, toi là.
Il y a un truc là-bas?
Il y a un truc derrière là.
Are those eyes?
Putain!
Il est mignon le chat.
Ouais, il est un peu gros le chat, j'aime pas
So blurry.
Je me
It's
barre.
so
Oh, non?
Bah, il y a un.
it's so terrible quality. I can't see crap.
Mais pourquoi t'as laissé tomber la torche?
Pour éclairer, putain!
I think I see something.
Attends, je vais lui fumer sa mère.
If this is a hoax, then it's a pretty damn good one. All the yelling in the end.
Oh, I
is
see
only in
it!
relation to the fire,
I see it.
and none of them seem too distressed.
It does
by
look like
the
an
creature
alien.
behind the tree. I think most people
That is
would
not a
run
cat.
if they saw something like that, but maybe they just couldn't see it properly.
Yep, that is an alien. Like, if I can pause better, you got the eyes, the green skin. Elon Musk is up to something.
In the dark. Either way, it's a very intriguing and creepy video that has surely compelled the few who have seen it.
He knows something we don't.
YouTube channel Old Phantom 13 uploaded this video of allegedly real poltergeist activity on April 17th, 2010. In the description, the uploader of the video wrote, quote, "We had been having problems with people breaking into and vandalizing our shop, or so we thought. So we set up several security cameras. This is what one of our cameras picked up." End quote.
What? Can I borrow that wheelchair? I'd like to borrow that wheelchair, please.
Pretty creepy stuff.
I'd have to go to a place though.
If we assume this was a hoax, then how did they pull it off? With the help of string, perhaps? They
That
had
was
to
my
cleverly
guess.
plan out the entire scene and make sure it looked and sounded perfectly. Furthermore, the rattling sound of the lockers wouldn't be easy to achieve if they were simply hiding somewhere out of frame with string attached to the lockers. It could be achieved if someone was hiding inside one of the closed lockers. But what do you guys think? Is this real paranormal activity caught on camera, or is it simply a fake? Whatever the case, it's a creepy piece of footage.
Yes, yes it is.
It's been quite a while since I featured a Pocong sighting. As some of you probably know by now, the Pocong is also known as a wrapped ghost, due to the fact that it is said to be the soul of a dead person trapped in its shroud. This type of ghost is known in Indonesia and Malaysia. In this video uploaded in 2008, a guy is riding his bike while his friend films him doing so. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I'd guess it's probably not anything particularly relevant to the point of the video, because only 40 seconds into the video, a real Pocong is allegedly caught on camera.
Alah, Fik. Terang lah, Fik. Kamera kau siapa kata tak terang? Weh, terang lah ni. Cepat angkat lah, Fik. Nampak? Cepat lah. Betul lah, Fik. Alah, kau macam tak bermaya. Okay. Aku mengharapkan ni, Fik. Weh, Fik. Apa tu, Fik?
Oh! Oh!
Fik, cepat, Fik.
Okay, I saw it. I saw it.
Nampak tak? Nampak tak? Jangan cakap dah, jangan cakap dah. Betul lah kau cakap. Jangan lah, diam je. Betul lah kau cakap itu, nampak lah. Balik balik lah. Dah. Ambil.
The legend of the Pocong is one of the creepiest I've heard. The ghost appears as a warning to people that their souls need to be released by releasing its ties over the shroud. Because they're tied at their feet, they can't walk, which only gives them the ability to hop like a rabbit, or if you are to believe the encounters people have told of, they are sometimes said to fly or even teleport. This just makes these allegedly real Pocong sightings all the more terrifying.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I would definitely poopy my diaper after that one.
If you ask me, The Proper People is one of the absolute best channels on YouTube when it comes to urban exploration. Their videos are well shot, edited, and filled with interesting information.
Good to know.
Once in a while, things don't go as planned for them.
Good to know, I have to check them out.
Sometimes an alarm goes off, sometimes they hear spooky sounds, and sometimes they almost get caught. The latter happened on their Europe road trip, as they explored a decommissioned power plant. As Michael went inside one of the buildings alone, he planned to find a door to open to let Brian in. However, he started to hear things, and he described it as feeling wrong rather quickly. As he was about to exit through a door, the worst possible thing happened. A security guy opened the door just before him, and since he didn't seem like the friendly type, Michael decided to make a run for it. The security guy proceeded to call the police, leaving Michael and Brian with no choice but to hide.
Alright. He's coming, run! Run!
Oh! Wait, what?
Okay, go. Run. He called the cops.
Yep.
This is
You
one
better
of the
go.
things you fear the most when exploring abandoned places. I was almost caught myself one of the times I explored an abandoned factory back in December of 2017, so I know how scary it can be. Of course, these guys know it more than anybody with the many abandoned places they've explored. Fortunately, after hiding for nearly an hour, the Proper People managed to escape. Link to the video as well as their main channel can of course be found in the description of this video. In this video from 2008, a group of kids allegedly has an encounter with a Sasquatch. They are outside.
Are you serious? No way.
When one of them spots something in the woods.
Alright.
Take a look.
I watched a Bigfoot video not long ago.
These guys are playing on some tubes. Don't ask me why.
2 episodes ago.
What's that? Right up there. What? What is that there? Whoa, what the heck? Dude, I don't... What? What is that? I'm not seeing it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god, what is
Oh! Okay, yep, I see him. I see him.
This is history right here.
Where is he?
Don't tell me that's a Yeti.
It's a Yeti. It's a Yeti, boy.
Give him a camera.
It's a Yeti.
Alright, I'm good.
I'll try and enhance the few glimpses we get of the Bigfoot, and you guys can make up your own mind on whether or not it's real.
It's kind of hard to tell.
It all seems rather convenient
possible.
that they managed to capture a Sasquatch on camera while they were outside filming, but who knows? Maybe they just got really lucky.
Yes. 15.
On July 29th, 2008, a guy from Holland uploaded a YouTube video in which he claims to have caught an alien on camera. He said it all started some time prior when he saw a UFO near his house. He thought it could have been an airplane, but then he saw another UFO. Unfortunately, he didn't have the camera on him. He then goes on to say the following in the video, quote, "Yesterday there was a very strange thunderstorm. There were only flashes and no thunder sounds, and it reminded me of War of the Worlds, so I went out the night after this and this is what I found." End quote. In the video, he walks around for 30 minutes as he suddenly hears what he describes as walking sounds, and he also feels like something is following him.
He got scared of his own walking sounds. That's pretty funny.
It's hard to make out any facial features on this creature, but it has still convinced many people if you look at the comments on the video. However, some people say it looks like a horse, but it just seems kinda weird if a horse was just randomly wandering about at night in the middle of nowhere, but I suppose it's possible. I'd say it's either a friend of his in a costume of sorts, or if you are to believe the uploader of the video, it's real. It's been quite a while since we had a scary Japanese video featured on this channel. In this video, two people are for some reason playing around on a playground at night. The fun stops rather quickly, however, as they hear a strange knocking sound behind them. They attempt to find the source of the sound when something scary happens.
Wait, what was that?
As is often the case with Japanese ghost videos, it just seems almost too good to be true, but nevertheless, they are great to watch for the entertainment value alone, and they are sure to keep you up at night if you watch a bunch of them before bedtime. Could the ghost
Which is what I'm
someone
doing.
who passed away at the playground?
'Cause I'm an idiot.
Or is it perhaps someone following them wherever they go? On Sunday, July 16th, 2006, a guy going by the name Mushmaster on YouTube had a strange encounter in the forest of
Mushmaster?
Tofino, which is a district
Mushman.
in Canada.
Mushmaster.
He went out for a hike with his brother while their family stayed at the campground. He wrote the following, quote, "We brought a video camera with us because the area was abundant with deer and bears. In the beginning of the clip, I quickly pulled the camera out of the bag. I filmed for several seconds before rushing forward, at which point my brother pulls me backward. We then ran backwards 50 meters, waited for a while, and returned to the scene, where we saw some very indistinguishable footprints." End quote. He also mentioned that they were both atheists and skeptics. Afterwards, his logical mind thought it was a bear, but his memory deceived his theory, as the animal was about 7 feet tall, hunched over quite a bit. Apparently what they saw was something they couldn't explain. Take a look.
Wait.
Wait, stay! Stay back!
What? I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, this is where we were when we just saw 15 minutes ago a live, I don't know, some sort of humanoid thing, I don't know. We're in the Enchanted Forest at Tofino, right by that tree over there. Over there. Yeah, that one. We saw it. Let's go see if we can, I don't know.
Okay.
Over there somewhere. Over there. See, that could be a possible footprint. I don't know.
Could be.
Like, look. Yeah, I bet, like, any foot would, like, cause some sort of indentation there. I don't know.
The video has over the years garnered over 2.5 million views on YouTube. And while many people are skeptical that it was a humanoid encounter, as the uploader claims it was, there are still many who believe it to be a cryptid of some kind. Considering he still stands by the fact that it wasn't a hoax to this day, maybe there is some truth to it.
Okay. These aren't really scary.
One YouTube user Mike
Well,
Sands in 1985
some of them are.
when camping in Big Bear,
Japanese
West
one sure
sometime
was.
in 2009,
That got
they
me.
saw something very strange. A bunch of people are chatting when they hear a noise that they just kind of joke about to begin with, But then a strange creature appears on top of their camper van.
He's Rambo. Okay. You know? Rambina, more like it. What was that, Rambo?
I'm gonna catch that. You hear that noise? I'm gonna catch that. You couldn't catch that if I... Dude, I got my knife right here. That thing's fucking knife. What the hell? Mikey, get it. You guys are...
What do you guys think this was? An animal, an unknown creature, or a hoax? To me, their reactions do seem genuine.
That looks like a dog!
Sure.
That's a dog!
What do you think is a natural reaction to an encounter, such as this?
Okay, that's a dog, dude. Like, are you kidding me?
A few of the people who have watched the...
Look! That's a dog! That's not a monster! Or an alien! That's a freaking dog! Okay, this one, yeah, they just put their dog on the camper. That's a dog, dude!
Video were creeped out by it, while some said it looked like E.T. This next video features a ghost sighting that might be a bit hard to see. A woman filming from her bedroom window spotted a shadowy being darting from left to right, outside in the dark. It is noticeable thanks to the streetlights. While it's hard to see, something definitely appears to be there.
What is it? I'm not seeing it.
It just stopped outside the window. And there it goes again.
It's a shadow! That's... I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, it's a shadow, but where? Okay, that's kind of creepy. That's creepy. I definitely wouldn't go outside.
It's a very creepy video indeed, but could it really be a shadow person? Or was it some strange shadow created by something in front of the lights outside? Either way, it's strange, and hard to come up with a clear explanation for what this is.
I don't know.
In July of 2008, two friends are playing football when one of them notices a strange figure in the distance, but as they go to investigate the location which it ended up at, it's suddenly gone. Take a look.
Wait.
What?
¿Lo que pasó?
No mames, no sé, güey, a ver, vamos a ver.
No, don't go over there!
Sí. Ya nos cayó el duende.
Ah, ¿cuál duende? No mames, aquí ha de estar escondido, a ver. No me agarres de la playera, güey, no te asustes. No mames, güey, ¿qué era esa madre? No mames, güey.
With the blurry quality of the video, it could have
I saw
easy
it!
to hoax this one. But nevertheless, it seems many people were creeped out when initially watching this one. With over 1 million views since it
As they
released,
should
it
be.
has surely made an impression on many. And it's creepy to imagine if it were to be real, what this figure is supposed to be. Is it possibly a humanoid creature? You decide. On July 16, 2010, at around
Alien sighting,
4:45
Grass
a.m.,
Valley,
a
California.
man went out on his neighborhood street with his camera to capture something strange he'd seen.
Cool
From
night
the
vision
audio,
camera.
It sounds like he has
Outlast
a friend of his
vibes.
with him. As the camera operator puts down the camera, a figure which he describes as an alien is clearly noticeable through the night vision. It also makes strange noises.
Right down here. If it went across that way. Or who? just gonna put the camera down right here on this pole. Dude, what the is that? Dude, look through the night vision. Look on the screen. See, what is that? Hello? Hey, who is that? This is tripping me out, dude. You know what? Dude, come on, let's go. What I get?
One thing I noticed is that the sound of the alien creature doesn't quite transition well with the audio. It sounds like if it was a sound effect, that the uploader didn't know how to fade out the sound effect to make it sound more realistic. But that's just my own speculation.
Sure,
the figure
probably.
itself does look very authentic, and it's weird how it almost appears like there's a camera glitch on top of it. Most people who've seen the video agree that it's scary, but what do you guys think this is? The uploader wrote the following in the description, quote, "I had just gotten to work, and Albie got there shortly afterwards. We went to investigate what I thought was an animal in the parking lot of the office. I heard a sound that I cannot describe, and the crappy camera sounds weird compared to what we heard." End quote. Maybe that explains the weird sound.
Okay. Number 8.
As the Paranormal
We're getting down
Files
there.
investigated the John Lowe murder house for paranormal
Video contains
activity,
one of the scariest
it
moments
wasn't the
in our
ghost that scared them the most, it was a person. As they were about to end the episode and had already left the house, one of them realized they had left some gear behind, so they went back to retrieve it. But as they were about to return to the car, they realized that someone was running after them from the rural road at night. This happened only shortly after one of them had mentioned the fact that people would hide in the woods, ready to hurt anyone who'd come by. Colin managed to capture the flashlight of the person chasing them down the road.
Oh my god, I just ran onto the f***ing,
What? Are we stuck? Stop, are we stuck?
Man, there's a torch.
Are we stuck? No, we're good.
No, I just drove onto the f***ing log in front of us. Bro, what the
They're running.
What?
They're running at us.
Who's running?
Light.
They're sprinting.
Is this a public road?
Yeah.
That connects to somewhere else?
Yeah. He literally started sprinting.
You can see the person's... Oh, the light, okay. I thought we were gonna see an actual dude. Or woman. Chasing the folks in the car.
It's scary to think what would have happened if the person caught them. And it's a mystery if the person was just trying to scare them, or if he was actually gonna try and hurt them. Either way, it's a good thing they managed to get away in time. Be sure to check out the Paranormal Files for more entertaining and scary paranormal investigations.
Okay. Number 7.
Dan Bell uploaded a new scary
lucky
ghost
number.
documentary on March 29th, 2019, in which he, along with Rick, caught some very scary
kinda looks like
sounds
Meat
on
Canyon.
camera. At the halfway point of the video, they return to the abandoned Uplands mansion. Beyond just the exterior and interior of the mansion being creepy enough by itself, it gets even scarier when they hear unexplainable noises inside. Here are 2 especially scary moments of the documentary.
Be careful. I want to check. I want to do a sweep up here to make sure there's nobody up here.
He looks scared.
Close that door. Close the door. Hello, is there somebody back here?
It would seem like there were no other people in there with them, as they seemed to look around every corner of the mansion. They found no one. Perhaps those noises were the ghosts still haunting the place. Like all the other videos of Dan Bell, this documentary is well shot and edited and makes you truly scared of the dark. So be sure to check out the full 1-hour documentary. Link is in the description. This video may not show a scary ghost or creature, but it does show a particularly unsettling incident in which a person with eye shine chases down a couple of friends.
It's a skinwalker!
Take a look.
Bro, hold on, get the light on my face! Bitch! I don't see him!
He's right there! Son, go straight. Look, right there. Where? Right there. Go straight. Go in the middle street, What? Come on, get him. Wait. Watch out!
That doesn't...
While I'm assuming
that
this
doesn't
video
look
was
like a
uploaded
human.
to the internet for comedic purposes and for people to make memes out of, it still scared the hell out of a lot of people who have watched it. The speed in which he sprints toward them and the fact that he has eye shine makes it quite disturbing. Of course, it's easy to see the humorous nature of the video and laugh about it, which I'm sure many do. Among the reactions were these comments: "The last few seconds were terrifying," and "This was the funniest video I've seen all year." It just goes to show that people can have very different perceptions of what could be considered horror and what could be considered comedy. At least in some cases such as this. What do you guys think? Was it scary or just simply a funny video?
I mean, having a bald naked man chase you on the streets, that's pretty scary.
We saw stuff again. I
That's
swear
scary.
my house is haunted, were the words YouTube user Vincent Studios wrote in the description of his video titled "Freaky Stuff in Our Backyard," which was uploaded on February 8th, 2008. He took this video at night and he was accompanied by another person. They were looking for something in the backyard, but throughout the video it's hard to tell what it is. But just take a look and see what happens.
Oh man, I don't know oh, there we go, the flashlight wasn't on. Alright, Jeffrey, you're gonna have to tell me where you saw it. Okay. Did you see it around there?
No.
No?
No.
Alright, let's just wing it, come on. Oh, that's my flashlight. Jesus Christ, I was like freaked out. Jeffrey, I was taping like the edge of my flashlight and I thought I was like taping another world or some shit like that. Alright. Where did you see it? Okay, you say...
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything. Did you see anything? I sure didn't.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay, what?
Okay, just run. Just run! What the hell was that? Jeffrey, if you want to go back to France, just run! Okay, just get in. Oh my god.
The mystery now, of course, is what the hell was crashing into the door at the end? The uploader seems to believe it to be something paranormal, which it very well could be, but the fact still is that nothing could be seen in the video, or maybe something was noticeable and I just didn't catch it. If you guys saw anything, be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'm sure some of you got a jump scare at the end of the video, which I won't blame you for, because it definitely also startled me a bit the first time I watched it. A group of friends are sitting in the dark playing a board game when suddenly, in the back of the room, a humanoid creature can be seen crawling around on all fours. It appears again a few seconds later. It is described as a creature of hell, and the video was uploaded to YouTube in June of 2009.
É pá, tu viu essa parada aí? Que barulho foi esse? É pá.
Lock the dog in the bedroom, come on! They have a Great Dane! Lock Scooby-Doo in the... Never mind, that's not Scooby-Doo! You better leave the house! That is not Scooby-Doo! Run, I say, run!
Cadê? Porra, foi essa, mano? Por cima. É igual, pá. Deve estar aqui, mano. Ah, sumiu, cara. Caralho, Júlio, bora subir.
Let's take a closer look at this alleged creature.
Scooby-Doo. Never mind, that's not Scooby-Doo.
They surely don't seem all that scared about it. Maybe they played some sort of a board game in the dark that could help them conjure this being. That's of course just speculation, as I don't speak their language. I do, however, believe it to be Portuguese, but I could be wrong. I'm sure some of you guys are able to translate what is being said. The creature seems to have quite a large head. Could that be a mask? Or was it just a friend of theirs crawling around? We won't know for sure due to the obscurity of this video.
Probably for the best. Number 3.
Campers Catch Weird Creature on Film is the title of the video you're about to watch. And it shows exactly what the title
These are
suggests.
scary, dude.
But you'll also be able to hear strange noise that I'm assuming the creature makes at the exact moment it appears. I once showed this video on an old Rake video of mine, but that was the low quality version with no audio, so I thought it would be a good opportunity to show the real version.
This stick's getting pretty damn sharp, eh?
Oh fuck, the smoke is in my face.
Well, you've been sharpening it for like 2 hours.
No.
Wait, what?
You hear something?
Yeah, I hear something.
Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures now.
Whether it's real or fake, it's still very creepy and authentic looking. Many people, however, think it's just a friend of theirs crawling around. But imagine being out camping.
I think it's Slender Man.
In the middle of the woods. The guys
Slender
didn't
Man's
seem to
crawling
notice the
around
creature at all. They only heard the strange
Oh
sound.
God, he's naked.
Let's take another look at the video enhanced.
Sorry, God, didn't mean to use your name in vain. But Slenderman's crawling
It's
around
one of the
naked.
creepiest creature sightings I've
That would
been
scare somebody.
find as of recent.
Or maybe it's that SCP.
When the well-known YouTuber Exploration Unknown went to explore an abandoned occult mansion, he got a scarier experience than he probably expected.
Hello? This floor don't feel very good.
What?
This floor don't feel... Oh my God, Freelander. Hello? Is there somebody here? I'm not here to bother or rob anything. I was just here exploring. I thought it was a band. Oh, baby. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, God, turn away. Oh, my God. 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 Oh, God. Oh, there's somebody in the freaking house. I just saw lights in there. Okay. Oh my God, guys, I'm back to where I think I'm safe. Oh my God, I'm back to where I was parked at. Oh my God. That. Nobody's following me. I don't see anybody.
When exploring abandoned locations, you should be more scared of the people than the
I
ghosts.
think I saw someone through the door.
As they are much more likely to be dangerous. As you could very clearly hear, he wasn't alone. Someone else was in there with him, and he was lucky it wasn't someone out to hurt him. But it of course still startled John, who got away as fast as he could. So remember to always be careful when urban exploring. You never know who or what might be hiding inside those abandoned buildings.
You know, he has a fair point. Number 1.
I thought it would be fitting to end off this video with a classic ghost sighting, one that I was shocked that I'd never seen before. It was uploaded by a YouTube channel known as the Historical Preservation Society. The description states the following, quote, "Due to the overwhelming number of requests from the community, the Historical Preservation Society has decided to release a couple of selections from our own ever-growing collection of security camera footage. These videos were captured by the motion-sensitive security cameras in the main hall of the old school building located in Cameron, Missouri." End quote. Apparently, the old school in which the security camera footage was caught is known by many to be haunted. No matter what the event, they always heard reports of people experiencing strange sounds or seeing strange things during their visit to the building. What you're about to see is one of those strange things they mentioned. In the video, they tell us that the motion-activated cameras in the main hall and upstairs record activity on an almost nightly basis between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. The following footage was caught on October 2nd, 2013 at approximately 1:45 a.m. and 2:15 a.m.
Oh.
Even if it were to be a hoax, it's still a genuinely creepy piece of footage. It depicts what I think is a classic type of ghost, a woman dressed in white. But due to the blurriness of the video, I could be mistaken as to the appearance of the figure. Maybe other people perceive it as looking like a different type of ghost. Be sure to let me know what you guys think.
Ugh.
And that was 20 scary videos you shouldn't have watched alone. But I'm guessing many of you did just that anyway. If you enjoyed the video,
you guessed it!
Then subscribe for more scary
You
videos.
guessed it!
My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, dude. Okay. Lights! That was scary. That was definitely scary. Crap all of that, dude. Ugh. The Japanese one. That one is scary. That one still gets me. Gosh. Well, anyways, y'all. Thought I'd do a little live. I almost didn't live stream, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a freaking man and I'm gonna live stream. And whatnot. And do another episode of Stupidly Scary Saturdays. We had some malfunctions in the beginning, but overall I think we got crap rocking and rolling in the end. So that's all that matters. Anyways, for those of you who want to see the videos for yourself, the links along with the channels will be in the description down below. Subscribe to IMR Scary Tales, subscribe to Sir Spooks, check out the original videos, I'd recommend it. Anywho, I suppose I better close the show down here, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm G-Monster. Feel free to like and subscribe if you want to, of course. And good night.